Okay, so what I'm going to talk about is how we go about teaching the slow flight exercises. It was something that was introduced a while ago to supplement the stalling exercises. What we've discovered is people rarely deliberately stall into the ground. All stalls or stall accidents are inadvertent accidents. People didn't realise they were stalling. So the purpose of the slow flight exercise is to emphasise the the symptoms leading up to the point of stall and get them to react accordingly prior to the glider stalling. So let's assume we go and do deliberate stalls. We're going to go out and do a stalling exercise. These are the symptoms. So the symptoms would be nose raised, reducing airspeed, getting quieter, buffet, change effects controls, so on and so forth. Once we get into number 10, which is the stall, we then do the recovery, which is stick forward, regain flying speed, and return to the normal attitude. That's very simple. An inadvertent stall, in other words, when a glider stalls without the pilot being aware of it, or then has a crash, are the symptoms present? Well, yes, the symptoms are present, but they're not recognised by the pilot. So, if the pilot doesn't recognise the symptoms, what's the recovery going to be? Well, if there's no symptoms, there will be no recovery. So what we want to do is to teach stalling. So if they inadvertently stall the glider, they might only notice one symptom. And what we want them to do is, even if they just recognise one pre-stall symptom, then to recover from that. Recovery, stick forward, regain flying speed, and then return to the normal attitude. And the way we go about teaching this is to teach each individual stall symptom as a separate exercise. And when we teach these stall symptoms as a separate exercise, we teach it all the same way. We always point out what the normal flight is first. So for instance, if we're going to demonstrate buffet, we would fly the glider at 50 knots and point out there is no buffet present at 50 knots or unstalled. Then we would slow the glider down until we get the pre-stall symptom of buffet, demonstrate the buffet, and then recover from that. And again, when we teach this, we build up from symptom number 1 to number 10.